Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Asị m ka ụbọchị nketa mara na anyị na mma. Anyị si ka nke onye chikwelu ya zelụkwa. Anyị dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si were wetara ya bụ ozi. Unu je gị n'ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ gbasata maka ya bụ ife na-ada na-akpọtụ na the old Eastern Region ka anyị na-akpọ Biafra land, and ife na-eme na mba ụwa dị iche iche, and ife na-eme n'obodo a. Alright, ozi eji maka ya wee bịa bụ according to the Biafran activist weta ya bụ ozi as he quote. Breaking news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wins. UK to beg for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release as global court rejects no case submission. Pressure Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu. Hear the news in details. Alright, this news is according to the Biafran activist with the Yabozi, because pay attention to this clip. Odempa. No yobuna ye gaya before. Ike say bife kabalo. Kidera in a comment feature no dinkegi. Over to you, sir.
We now know whether this court has jurisdiction or not. That's number one. Then number two, there seems, I keep saying it, there seems to be two sets of rules in this country. One for the Igbo man and the other one for every other Nigerian. Where every other Nigerian gets a reprieve, the Igbo man would not get a reprieve. You look at even the issue of the health situation of our brother. There have been many circumstances where people have been given opportunities to go and seek medical care, yet Nnamdi Kanu is denied. Even the president, at every consideration, the president goes overseas to take care of himself. He doesn't even subject himself to Nigerian medical attention. So it is very wrong for them to deny Nnamdi, who the doctors have laid clear evidences that he's having insufficiencies, organ insufficiencies. And what is the government waiting for? For him to die? Oh my God. And then the circumstances will now be brought up again? So, but for the Igbos, I'm more disappointed with the Igbos. The political leadership of the Igbo land, the spiritual and otherwise concerned, are keeping quiet, extraordinarily quiet, on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Especially when it is shown that when it concerns to others, especially in the north, the government is negotiating with terrorists, non-terrorists, dressed up with guns and various ammunitions, and yet they have not proved that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. So it is up for Igbos to now rise up to ensure that we come in total defense of our brother and ensure that, especially in the administration of criminal justice, that he is not being marginalized. So Igbos should rise up for once and to say that all the spectacle, that enough is enough.
Fighting for his release. Britain should not apologize only to Nnamdi Kanu alone. No. Britain should apologize for the Igbos, for joining forces with Gowon, and they killed over 4 million Igbos from 1967 to 1970. Now maybe this. Did I die? Britain actually thought that after the war, I was not there, but did I die? Don't you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just celebrated 58? He was born in 1967. I'm telling you today, do you know that Kanu was born in 1967 when the war started? Listen, Britain should come out at every United Nations summit anywhere in the world, Israel, Canada, or at the UN Secretariat in New York, and apologize to the Igbos. Britain actually thought that they would bring Igbo Jews down. Igbo Jews will die, will be sleeping, become poor. That's why he ordered Awolowo to give us only 20 pounds. After the war, Awolowo gave us 20 pounds. Today, where are we? We have bought the whole Lagos. They are even afraid of selling their lands to us with 20 pounds. Britain implemented it. He advised Nigerian government, then under Gowon, led the Ministry of Finance that actually gave every Igbo man 20 pounds by Awolowo. Britain does not mean well to Nnamdi Kanu nor Igbo man. Britain actually thought that after fighting the Igbos for 60 years and still they could not prevail on us, they were annoyed that they don't know that such people like this are existing in this kind of thick forest, Africa. Now they were afraid that in the future to come, Igbo man will go to the moon with his own craft. That's why Harold Wilson, the then British Prime Minister, when the war was raging between Biafra and Nigeria, Aaron Robinson was talking nonsense. He was abusing the Igbos, supplying Gowan with military wares, guns, machine guns, bombs to kill the whole Igbos. The Igbo youths, children were kwachokored in their large numbers. Many died. Numbering 4 million Igbos, black Jews were killed during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War. And here we are today. Let me tell you, I want you to do your research and tell me the accurate population of the Igbos across Africa, Europe, America, Asia, even Australia. Tell me how many are we? We are numbering up to 100 million. Haven't you seen when we were voting for Biafra referendum last year or 2 years, 2004? Yeah, last 2024. We realized 50 million votes online, not offline. Do you know the numbers of people that did not at least partake in that voting? It supersedes the numbers of the Igbos that actually voted. The people that actually voted were the people that are computer compliant, people that could actually operate computer. The mamas, the papas, the businessmen, the uneducated one could not. Yet, we realized 50 million votes. They are in the Igbo. Igbo Kwano. Yeah. Igbo no Kwano. That's why we're everywhere. Listen and listen good. Britain must actually pay reparation and compensation to the Igbo man for allowing Nnamdi Kanu to stay more than 60 months in detention for doing nothing, failing to play consular role that they're supposed to play because the Mazi himself is from Britain. He enjoys double citizenship. Don't you know? Double citizenship, British and the Nigeria. What are you telling me? So Britain must pay. They must actually compensate Nnamdi Kanu or apologize to the entire Igbo race for the kind of brutality, consulate method on the Igbo people. That's why I always try to incite on social media that nothing can or ever will minimize the injustice or brutality meted by the Igbos, by the British Labour government under Harold Wilson, which actually supplied Nigerian military clique with arms. 58 years ago, it began to look like genocide, and certainly it was the biggest bloodbath in African history. That's Raf Mbechikotin, and I'm right.
You're right. Okay.
I'm right.
What do you think that the Britain, you know, just like you said previously, said they don't like the Igbos because they know that the Igbos on their own can survive.
Our brain is higher than British man.
And because of the
allow Igbo man will develop his own technology. It is happening now in Abia State. Abia State have actually devised, craft out drones, airplanes. They are going to devise AI, artificial intelligence, very soon. Britain is afraid of Igbo man because giving Igbo man the space, within 10 years, British technology will be a thing of the past. I'm not afraid. I'm from Anambra State and I'm an Igbo staff. I know the kind of spirit and potential I carry that is inside me. Oga, Winston Churchill, British Prime Minister, 1930s, 1940s, during the time Second World War was raging, actually beckoned, depended on Ojuku's father, Louis, the African billionaire, Louis Ojukwu. And the Louis Ojukwu leased out 422 heavy military truck. He lent it to British government to fight Adolf Hitler. After that, what thing can happen? The war raged from 1939 to 1945, 6 years. From 1945 to Nigerian independence, 15 years. 15 years. Nigerian independence was 1960. Before that 15 years, Louis Ojukwu was dead, a billionaire. Then, 7 years after independence, civil war. The same man, the same country that Ojukwu's father lent military truck, they fought against Ojukwu. Not knowing that the little boy they were fighting against, his father helped Britain. Britain on the Ojukwu's father, Louis Ojukwu, yes, helped Britain. Britain, you are a beggar. British, you people are beggars. Ojukwu's father lent you people money in the 30s when Hitler decided to destroy London. London Blitz actually attracted the Arabs, the Indians, the Jewish billionaires, the Jews that actually assisted Britain on revamping London. The construction of London, it wasn't an Englishman or Britishman that actually did that. Because they are poor. They depended on African resources to survive. British man has nothing. Very lazy man, set of people. They depended on India, their gold, on Ghana, Gold Coast, Nigeria, Niger area, nigger, that's what they called us, slave. Slaves that occupy or live around River Niger by Kate Shaw. Kate Shaw, the wife of Frederick Lugard. So these people are slave raiders. As if that was not enough, could you remember what actually transpired in 14th century when they were trading between Africa, America, Africa, America? That's the triangular trade. It was the Britain. They don't regard us. They actually believe that we are their slaves. Sophia, I can never be a slave. Britain did not colonize Igbo man. Britain colonized low mentality stricken North and the rest of their sisters. People that claim, we have gone to Kanu. I gave them 50 million. The Fulanis are our brothers and sisters. No, it's for them. They are brothers and sisters, not for Igbo man. The Fulanis are not my brothers and sisters. I'm of Jewish extraction. That's why I'm telling the whole world that Hamas actually landed in Gaza. Well-coordinated military operation for 24 months. The occupant of Gaza and West Bank, Golan Heights, could not report to Israel. See what Hamas are doing, you know. Hamas are a terrorist group. They allowed Hamas hatched their plans, killing Israelis in their various communities. And now Israel is reacting. The whole world is talking. Nigeria is supporting Palestinian. Chetima is supporting Iran, supporting Palestinian, attacking Israel verbally. Tinubu is telling the whole world that Israel is committing suicide. Akamadri, my hand, no, I'm an Igbo man. I support Israel. Israel should stamp out terrorists on earth. See, let me tell you, these Muslims, these leaders, elites in the north, they are supporting Hamas and leaders and the Hezbollahs. Why? Because of religious bigotry. I don't. I'm an Igbo man. I don't, and I will never. So if Chetima goes to United Nations Summit and talk trash about Israel, he is going to take it by his head. If Israel is coming, Israel actually knows location of East Central State of Nigeria. Actually, they know. They know where to at least use their precision, how to use it in Nigeria. They should use it to people that are sponsoring terrorists for how many years. UAE has actually listed their names and compiled it neatly, submitted it to Nigerian government. Nigerian government could not actually implement coordinate serious investigation to at least bring to justice people that are funding Boko Haram, bandits, and henchmen. They only mobbed it, swept it under carpet. 350 sponsors of terrorists compiled in UAE. Nigerian government could not take any action. I'm telling you, there are many things wrong with this contraption called Nigeria, which is just a mere geographical expression.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDH of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That is for Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is formed. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria, and that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samanepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samanepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samanepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland have written to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is pushing under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samanepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samanepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government Anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish court, and that is why I see that Samunepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samunepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of Nnamdi Kanu, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Samunepa, but today the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria, and it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather underground supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country?
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ niile nụ dịka unu si wee na-esola n'iru akwụkwọ n'ihe nke anyị na-eme na Eastern News 24. Ka efi were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile nụ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi wee ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife drọpụrụ ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ngwa nke mesịa na ụmụnne m.